I've started already. Um, so, if you've seen my announcements, I am starting an 8 week of practice, dive deep into the practice of being here. And the importance of practice is above all to allow us to connect to what's truly ours, to our most essential, most alive, most powerful. And I believe that if you, I want to ask about you. If you know someone who's going through something, can you type on the chat what kind of emotions and feelings are your friends sharing with you that they're going through? This is not about you, it's about your friends, so it's easier to identify. There's a certain distance. And my experience is that there's a lot of intensity people are going through, adjusting to changes that happen in their lives and adjusting to who they are and who they want to be in this situation. And from that, I say that it's the pre work is this being here. Most of us, once we are aligned, once we are connected, we know what to do. I knew what to do. Once I tried a couple of things, I was like, okay, this is not working. What's possible? And I jumped into Facebook. I saw overwhelm. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Carla. It's funny that both type the same word. It is the word that I have been hearing as well. It is this overwhelm. It's just too much. It's too intense. It's too much. And my the idea of calling this a pre work, that's the practice, right? It's exactly because with overwhelm, it's difficult to respond. We get into a reactive mode, we get into defensiveness, into the fight or flight mode, and that brings us back to not feeling powerful and wanting to control, but without really knowing how to do it. If you haven't got the book, you don't have to have the book to do the 8 weeks. But in the book on chapter 8, I have the practices, which you don't need to know because I will talk about them. But what I address in the 8 weeks that is not in the book is how can you turn this into the issue that is actually happening right now with you. The course is called Being Here Practices, a deep dive. So it's going deep into your own situation, into what's real and what's happening right now. I believe from my experience and professionally from working with people that we'll learn because we need to be accepted and feel safe and be introduced to our culture. I believe that we learn and we mistake the idea of our parents to help us integrate into a society. We internalize that as if there's something wrong with us. And from that something wrong with us, we try to correspond in terms of behaviors, in terms of what we learn, in terms of what we inherit, even without our conscious awareness, in terms of beliefs, in terms of attitudes. And those of us who've lived in a different country, we know how difficult it is to move and then integrate a different set of norms, a different set of rules, a different set of guidelines. It is challenging, but when we do it, we normally do it intentionally, so we are conscious about what we are integrating, what we're not. And that's what I call upgrade our own internal system. And when I upgrade my system, what I need to do is come back here and start fresh, have that beginner's mind, that attitude that is actually what allows me to see the big picture and what allows me and gives me some power to make conscious decisions. Um, I was reading an interview that the new CEO for Amazon was giving, and one of the things that I thought was very interesting, he said that especially at a higher level, what they want is people who are willing to challenge their own beliefs, and they want people who are connected to their passion. I think the title that got me to read the article was More Missionaries, Less Mercenaries. And I thought that's interesting because they're looking for people to be of service. And I think if we are in a career path and have difficulties in terms of our careers, we have learned a set of rules that it comes to a point that no longer serves us, no longer represents who we are. I have clients who have gone out through amazing career paths, and now they're questioning how can they be of service in a way that they feel this passion, this essence, this uniqueness. And I think that's the benefit of this practice. In terms of health, I often tell a story of a friend of mine who was going through cancer, and her complaint that our society makes people who are sick, who have any sort of challenges with health, we make people feel guilty about what's happening. We make people feel ashamed of being sick. We call the battle with cancer, we call it a battle as if if we overcome it, we have fought it, as opposed to this is something that our bodies are going through, and I need to be here to read and understand what my body needs and how can I best serve my body in that process. So that weight of guilt in terms of health, it's another benefit of the being here practice, being here with what's mine, being here with my symptoms, being here with what my body's asking, that there's something that's not working. And the process of being here is what allows me to tap into the resources I have, the information I need, what I need to do, the next step. And the other area is relationships. So many people connect and they say, how do I change my partner? How do I make people different? How do I make the other do, be, and in a different way? And it's not possible. What's possible is for us to know, how do I react to the other person? How does that trigger something in me? How does that create something in me? How do I turn towards it? And once I hold that in me, then I can act. But the practice of being here, that's why I call it the pre-work, because it's before you decide what to do. If I don't stop, if I don't notice what's here, my response is most likely going to be controlled by my emotions, or being controlled by a reaction or a previous habit, something that I've learned that might not resonate with me. So this is going to be 8 weeks. There's 8 practices that I share. I start with acceptance, turn to yourself. Then we move to speak the 3 languages: physical, emotional, and mental. Once we learn to speak the body language, the sensations, once we touch into our emotions and acknowledge how one emotion sometimes carries more than one tonality, and our own rational mind, that we believe we are much more rational than we are, but acknowledging that these thoughts, these beliefs, this experience from past experiences or projections into the future, they play a role that is highly unconscious in our own process. And the practices are to turn to ourselves, notice that, And then once we understand these languages, being able to zoom out and see from a different perspective, or zoom in and get into the details that are so important to create the distinctions and the discernments. So that is the beginning of our practice. It will be 8 weeks. Every week, one different practice. I will be much more organized in terms of the technology. I will send an audio with the theory, what I believe it's important, and with the questions that will invite you to dive deep into your own situation. So on Wednesday, we start October 6th. On Wednesday, by the time we have the live call on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, you will already have had the audio with the theory and the exercises to explore. So by the time we get to the call, we are going to explore further, answer questions, and dive deep into what have you noticed and what else do you need until the end of the week to get that practice in gear, to put that in practice in the everyday situation. Are there any questions? We only had two comments in terms of the emotions, and I think overwhelm is one of the emotions that requires the greatest practice of being here, because if I am overwhelmed, I am narrowing my vision, my ability to gather the information, ability to differentiate what's mine, what's not mine, the ability to notice that even though this is a wave, I need to stay in the ocean. I need to recognize that this is a wave, and not that it doesn't mean that I should act and do something, but in a way that I acknowledge if I'm in the ocean and the wave comes, I have an option. I have an option to go with the wave. I have an option to dive deeper and come out on the other side, but I need to assess my own ability, where I am, and the intensity and the level of the wave, so I can actually adequately be able to respond. In terms of the course, I've put, I will add a link here. Let me see if I can add a link. I will add it later to the video so I won't disturb the technology, since it apparently is not agreeing with me today. But this is the invitation for the 8 weeks. There's an early bird if you sign up now. If you sign up now, there's an early bird, there's an offer that I will extend until next week, until a week before we start. And if you have any questions, I will type my email here, so you can email me with questions, and we can go over any issues you might have individually. Did I forget anything? I think not. So if you have any questions, let me know. I apologize for the delay. I thank you for being here, not just for me, but also for yourself, because more and more these situations with technology, which are nothing really in life, but situations that happen and take us off course, remind us of how important it is to come back and to take a breath, to notice, and to adjust to what's possible in this moment. And one small step in what's possible right now can take us much further than a reaction that is going to take us completely off course and not aligned with what is our most essential and beneficial. So if you have any questions, type it. If not, send me an email. I'll be here for you. I will put the link for the practices here once this goes. Hopefully it will be available on Facebook for anyone who might be interesting to see it after. I don't know if there's a delay, if questions will come. So I guess this is, thank you very much. It was great connecting with you, even if I was a bit late. Thank you. Take care.